I like to use delay for a variety of enhancements. Everything from putting a small shadow on a synth or a bass to throw it into relief, to long, dreamy, audible echoes on a vocal like John Lennon's Dalai Lama voice on Day in the Life. Delay can create apparent space while actually taking up less space in a mix. There are a few different types of delay, and each has its own strengths and applications. A single tap is just that, a single repetition of a source sound later in time. A simple example of single tap would be the tape delay or slap associated with early rock records like Elvis Presley. Here it is on a vocal.
The music playing loudly, the lights, the brighter the better. The smoke, we're higher than ever. The feeling of euphoria.
That repetition gives that vocal an excitement, even though it's not really doing anything but repeating it just a little bit later. Multi-tap echo gives you control over different repeat rates and volumes, opening up a variety of complex possibilities. The easiest to use and great on guitars, vocals, and synths is putting one value, let's say a quarter note, on one side, and in a different but related value, say a dotted eighth note, panned hard to the other side. Here's what this would sound like.
The music playing loudly, the lights, the brighter the better. The smoke, we're higher than ever. The feeling of euphoria.
Since the repeats are arriving at your ears at different times, a bland monosource can suddenly sound wide, extremely spacious, and exciting. Speaking of space, copying a track and delaying it by a few samples and panning it opposite the source is a great way to make a psychoacoustic stereo sound out of a bland mono signal. Most engineers refer to this as sample delay. In this example, I've made a copy of the lead synth, panned the original to the left and the copy to the right, and I've put a tiny bit of delay, 23 milliseconds, on the second track. See how that feels wide? Here's the original mono. And here's the created stereo. Delays often have built-in modifiers like an LFO or an EQ. By filtering the return, the delay can sound more realistic and also take up less room in the mix, be less distracting to the listener. An LFO can also be used to change the delay time over time so that the effect is less mechanical and more human. Using a slow LFO on a very short delay time creates a comb filtering effect of chorus and flanging. Here's an example of chorusing. Very short delay time, but the LFO is at 47% at a very slow rate.
The music playing loudly, the lights, the brighter the better. The smoke, we're higher than ever.
We're creating a double of the voice, but it's not in lockstep with the original. It's moving back and forth slightly over time, creating that chorus effect. Waves has a couple of great delay plugins that offer easy-to-use creative interfaces that we'll dig into throughout the rest of this chapter.